Okay, so welcome to the Hackathon 5.0 working presentation. So the problem, Samer, one of the co-founders of MecSimCalc, is a professor at the University of Alberta. Throughout his years of teaching, he has always looked for a platform that will allow him to create and share computational apps with students, colleagues, and customers. As a non-developer, Samer, like many others in engineering, is only proficient in Python. If you were to share a tool he had made using a Python file to a student, that student would have to download the Python file, download Python, and then run that file on an IDE. Alternatives would be to use Excel spreadsheets that are hard to look at, creating a web application that requires web development experience, and using Jupyter notebooks, which can be tricky for those who have never programmed. So for Samer, it is difficult to be able to share tools and calculations he has written for others to see. So what we've created to solve Samer's problem is something that allows developers to create apps requiring only knowledge in Python, requires minimal time and effort, and is easily shareable. MecSimCalc is available on both desktop and mobile, so no installation is required, meaning that you won't have to worry about hardware constraints such as storage space on your computer. This also means that you can create and view apps from anywhere, as you just need to go to MecSimCalc.com on a browser. So as mentioned before, everything is in browser, so no downloaded is needed. You can explore apps created by others ranging in topics from engineering to arts to business, and once you've created your app, you can share your app as a link or embed it onto your own website. So just a little bit about us. We were founded in 2021, based in Edmonton, Alberta, and we incorporated in August of 2022. The team, so these are the main point of contacts you'd have for the hackathon, so if you want to reach out, I prefer reaching out to Wei Chen, Daren, which is myself, or Kish, who will all be in the Discord channel. If you have any inquiries, feel free to reach out to any of us, including Samer and Dee, and that can be through the MecSimCalc email or Daren@MecSimCalc.com. So our sponsors, our first sponsor, 1984 Ventures, is an early stage VC fund based in San Francisco focused on software applications. They're a team of entrepreneurs turned investors. They focus on seed stage companies, and they're sponsored by Rami Adib. Our next sponsor, who is a new sponsor for this hackathon, Echo3D. Echo3D is a cloud platform for 3D asset management, provides tools and cloud infrastructure to help developers quickly build and deploy 3D, AR, VR games, apps, and content. If you're interested in getting 1 month free access to the premium plan, you can register at the link below. So how to participate in this hackathon. So you're going to sign up for an account on MecSimCalc. You're going to create an app and tag it as comp01212023. You're going to post the link to your app in the Submit Your App channel on Discord. You're going to submit your app on DevPost. The last submissions are on January 28th, 2023 at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The winners will be announced a week later on February 4th, 2023 at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So rules, submissions are encouraged to be solo. The app must be created after January 21st, 2023. And we can check draft apps. The app must be created as a public app on MecSimCalc. Apps cannot be edited after the deadline. You must tag the apps as comp01212023 and submit it to both the Discord and DevPost to be eligible. Do not use bots to artificially affiliate your app's view count, and prizes will be distributed only through eTransfer, Wise, and PayPal. So how to create an app? So you're going to go to MecSimCalc.com. You're going to create an account. You're going to create an app, and I recommend using the basics template. Then you're going to tag your app as, which should change to comp01232020 or 01212023. I will change that when I upload the PDF. And create the inputs, code, and output. Make sure that there is sufficient documentation. Then you're going to publish your app. So to submit your app, you're going to post a link for your app and to submit your app channel in the Discord. So make sure to give a good description of what your app does. And then you're going to create a dev post submission for your app on our dev post, and make sure to give a good description of what your app does on the dev post. So for the app theme, the theme for this hackathon is creating a calculator that you would use for one of your classes. So this can be for any subject or course. It can be a calculator for general equations or for a specific type of question. So this is a hackathon for something like a physics problem, chemistry problem, or just even like an equation that you might have. So keep that in mind. And so the grading criteria, we're going to grade it usefulness out of 5, complexity out of 5, appearance out of 5, execution out of 5, and views out of 3. And so for the grading criteria of usefulness, how big is the market for this app? Are there other apps like this out there? If so, how does this one compare? Is this something that we use often? Is it intuitive and easy to use? So with this theme, essentially usefulness will be how useful that app will be for that specific class that you're working, or that you made the calculator for. Complexity, so how detailed is this app? Complexity of algorithms used, variety of functions / libraries used, how creatively was this app done? So complexity in this case would just be the difficulty of the problem that you're trying to solve, and the amount of computation, or just like the complexity of the app that you created. So how many different inputs, how much calculations do you have to do, stuff like that. Next criteria, appearance. So how does the app look? So how does the input look? Does it look good on desktop? Does it look good on mobile? Is there enough text? Is everything written and clear? How does the output look? So not just like you're spitting out a text output or just a number. Make sure your output kind of tells the user maybe steps on how to solve the problem, as well as just clear, nice looking, with good font, and with the answer when it's completely outlined. So is it clean and easy to understand? Is the documentation in Word sufficient? Next we have execution. So does the app actually work? Are there any problems with the app? Could it be done better? What improvements need to be made? Is this something that someone would be able to use? So this is just regarding, would your app return an error? And if it does return errors, is it just going to return the terminal error, or are you going to be able to have custom error statements for cases where it wouldn't be able to solve the problem? So letting the user know that if there is an error, why that error occurred. And then the last grading criteria, views. So how many views did the app get? This one will only be out of 3. We will be checking with Google Analytics to ensure that views aren't generated through bots, and you'll get 1 point for 250, 2 points for 500, and 3 points for 1,000 plus views. So prizes, one app will get $100 Canadian. The top 5 apps will get dev post wins. The top 5 apps will also be featured on our blog. And that's about it. So do you have any questions?